Chuck, what are you doing in my chair?
Oh, we've got a date to play squash at Chuck's father's club.
Charles, sidebar.
Actually, we weren't finished.
Notice how my voice didn't go up at the end? Not a question. Squashed? I'll squash you.
It's just a game, Blair.
It's not to me, Basshole. I like him.
And so do I. And apparently he doesn't have too many friends.
Chuck just informed me that he and Serena are leaving immediately. Do you think I could catch a ride back into town with you?
Of course.
So, what are your plans later? I mean, besides racket sports with your new friend Chuck.
Well, the Duchess was hoping we'd get dinner.
Dinner? I'd love to have dinner with your mother.
Oh, she's my stepmother, actually. Not that this makes her in any less forceful presence in my life, but I meant we are having dinner, she and I. We haven't seen each other much all summer, so...
Oh, of course. I understand. It's just... you'll be missing my big party.
You're having a party?
I can't believe I didn't mention it. Every year, I have a big welcome back to the city party for all my friends. It's only my favorite event of the year.
Then I'll tell the Duchess. We'll catch up another time.
You don't have to, but thank you.
Something tells me you're off your game. Anything I can help with?
No one can help.
You sure?
It's the Duchess. You know how it is.
Tell me.
No one's ever good enough. I've dated a lot of top-flight girls, and she always sends them running. It's like she gets inside their head, figures out their worst fears, and just
Ruthlessly exploits that fear. It's rough.
Not to mention, she's completely got my father's ear. Of course, Blair's desperate to meet her.
And when Blair sets her mind on something.
Exactly. That's the match. I say let's keep at it, but I have to get ready for Blair's party.
Party? Right.
Thanks, Chuck. We should do this again. See you at the Hudson.
Perfect. And there was a problem with your cell earlier. Why don't I get your home number?
Spotted. Chuck Bass putting his new BFF on speed dial. Is it the beginning of a beautiful bromance?
Good match.
You really had me.
Or the end of Blair's bid to be British?
Thought you might like to meet my friend.
Why? So she can warn me about the effects of too much Botox?
Blair, is it? I'm Duchess Beaton.
Duchess?
The Duchess?
Nice to meet you. Duchess, I'm so sorry about what I said about the Botox. Your work is flawless. Look, I know you're here with Chuck, and I can only imagine what he said about me. Limo sex, social torture of freshmen, blackmail, but I assure you, there's an explanation for all of it.
Save your breath, Blair. Chuck didn't tell me a thing.
Oh. You didn't?
But he didn't? I told him not to bother. None of it makes any difference to me. Because nothing will change the fact that despite your best efforts, which are completely transparent, by the way, Marcus is never going to end up with a lowly Waldorf.
Nate!
Nate?
Catherine?
You two know each other?
No, no. Yeah, well, just from book club this summer, but that's it. They've had no other personal contact. Blair's dating Catherine's stepson. And Catherine, Nate's Blair's ex.
What's this? Chuck's date and Blair's date are mother and son? And Nate and Blair are exes? And Nate and the mother are in a book club? Now there's a novel plot twist.
Kate Orth is being shot with her 6 maiden nieces, and Chuck Bass will be shot by himself.
All by himself? He has an uncle.
Nope, Chuck Bass is representing his family all alone. The Suttons are next. They want to be shot with their English setters.
The Sutters are better looking than the Suttons.
Oh, but they love each other anyway, just proving that everyone has their soulmate.
Yeah, did you join a cult in Bali?
Oh, come on, Blair. I know you believe in true love, too.
Well, I did recently have a moment of perspective myself. But thankfully, I didn't have to go to an ashram to have it.
What happened?
I kissed someone. And it was truly a life-changing experience.
Do tell.
I just did.
Hey, Chuck. What are you doing here? Man, come in. Yeah. I've learned some information about my past that's making me reconsider my future. My future with Blair. However, my intel indicates that she's seeing someone else. What's that got to do with me? I think it could be someone at W. Didn't you work there?
Yeah, for one day.
Did you notice her talking to anyone? Whoever she kissed seems to have had an effect. Life-changing were the words she used.
Well, a life-changing kiss might not be something you want to mess with.
What are you trying to say, Humphrey?
With you, she was always caught up in schemes and takedowns. That's not really her. She's intelligent. She's intuitive. You know, she weeps when she watches Knights of Cabiria.
How do you know that?
Serena told me. But listen, the point is, if Blair's happy, I mean, maybe you should let her be.
You care more about Blair's happiness than I knew. Thank you for your time. Epperly, I found out who Blair kissed. I'm going to need one more favor.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you for a second, but I can see you got your hands full.
The Lansbury's had too much licorice. Well, what's up?
I'm here to get my photo taken. For the up-and-comer section, you know?
This isn't a photo shoot for a high school yearbook. There is no up-and-comer section. And even if there were, I mean, let's face it, Humphrey, you still wouldn't make the cut.
Tell me you didn't do this just to humiliate me.
But no, I don't even know what this is.
Epperly called me and told me I was in this shoot. What, you didn't have anything to do with that?
No, and I don't know why Epperly would... Oh, God. It's Chuck. He knows. Had Epperly hire me and call Dan and tell him that he was a...
An up-and-comer? What the hell's your problem?
You trying to humiliate him? What, is that it?
I don't care about him one way or the other. I just wanted you to see he's not part of this world. I know you kissed her.
So? You and I are not dating. And you kissed a lot of people.
You're not supposed to kiss him. He's humdrum Humphrey. Epperly told me it was life-changing.
Because it made me realize I wanted to be with you. Dan and I both know it meant nothing, less than nothing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna tell you all about it tonight, but that would have been a huge mistake. Dan Humphrey may not be royalty, but at least he's not a child.
It's not too late. You don't have to be powerful on your own first. We can build our futures together.
The saddest part is that I'd come to the same conclusion. But now that I know I'm ready, I realize you're not. And I thought that after everything you went through, Prague, Eva, Russell, that maybe you'd changed. Who was I kidding?
Don't say that.
You have years before you're capable of a real relationship. If you ever will be. I'm sorry, Chuck.
Hey, yes, it's B. Two things. First, I'm sorry. About Dan, about the Gossip Girl blast, and about not telling you about Nate.
Okay.
You were just so hard on me about Chuck, I didn't want to be judged for sleeping with them both.
I understand. Apology accepted.
That was fast. If I were you, I would have made me work for it a little bit harder.
Well, I think you've suffered enough.
And second thing,
Wait, that's already like 3 things.
I took the test. I'm not pregnant.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I'm so happy. I would have had no idea what to wear to a fraternity hearing.
Clean slate?
Oh, clean slate. Oh, I'm so happy. See you at school.
Oh, don't stop on my account.
Oh, I have to. Secondhand smoke is bad for the,
I'm not pregnant. So goodbye mistakes so far in my past I can hardly remember.
Cannot be serious.
You can't be touching me. Look, if you were gonna tell Nate, you would have done so in Monaco, but you don't want him to hate you, and you know he would. Game over.
Game's not over until I say it is.
Then have fun playing with yourself. Can you believe this? Jenny, come look at this.
Looks like the Virgin Queen isn't as pure as she pretended to be. Who's your daddy be? Baby daddy, that is. 2 guys in 1 week? Talk about doing the nasty. Or should I just say being nasty?
Oh my god, did you see this? No way she's right about this. I can't believe it. She's a hypocrite. Pot calling the kettle black witch. You can already see a bump. What a bitch. Try keeping your legs closed. She cheated on Nate? WTF does she think she is?
Have you seen Nate?
No.
I saw it.
Now, Blair's gonna freak out. I mean, this is a total lie.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Jenny, look, I know you're friends with Blair. You never want to do anything to betray her, but if you know something...
Oh, Blair was never really my friend.
So,
So, yeah. There's something you should know.
I don't know who it was, you know what I mean? Did you sleep with her, huh? You son of a bitch, I'd kill you. Can we talk about this without your hands around my neck? Did you get what you wanted like you do with all those other girls? Yes, Nathaniel. I took what Blair kept throwing at you and you kept throwing back.
so somehow you screwing Blair for sport is my fault?
It wasn't for sport. She needed someone and I was there.
Oh, so you cared about her?
Guys, we've broken up.
For how long, a week? An hour?
Look, I'm sorry, all right? I know how long you and I have been best friends, okay?
No, it's not okay, Chuck. From now on, you stay away from me.
Nate,
Did you hear what I said? You stay the hell away from me, Chuck!
show's over.
What are you doing here?
Your mom let me in.
I didn't ask how you got in, I asked why you came.
To talk. About us.
There's no us, Blair.
Yes, there is. We finally really have a chance to start over.
You know, all this time I felt so bad for everything I've done. And when you said you wanted to leave the past in the past, I didn't know we were talking about your past.
You had just broken my heart. I made a decision I was in no condition to make.
But you're clear-headed now, right?
Yes.
And you understand perfectly when I say I want nothing else to do with you, Blair. You and Chuck deserve each other.
You know Chuck would say anything, twist the truth.
But Jenny wouldn't.
Jenny?
And don't go blaming any of this on her, Blair. I would have found out eventually. I said I'm done. It's over. Now would you please leave?
Louis knows all about my past. I've grown. I've changed. I can be the next Grace Kelly.
Oh, Countess Alexia, so lovely to meet you. And how's your uncle, the Viscount? I heard he gave up his chair at the university over that unfortunate scandal with a student. I guess not everyone likes oral exams. Contessa Gina, lovely to meet you in person.
Perhaps my mother finding out about us was actually a blessing in disguise. All my life, I thought I'd be married to someone I didn't love. Maybe, just maybe that nightmare will turn into my dream.
Chuck, what are you doing here?
I need to see Blair.
You're drunk. Just go home, please. I beg if you don't ruin this for her.
There's something she needs to hear. It's important. Look familiar? Did you and me and the stewardess get to know each other intimately over Lithuania?
Excuse me? I am Princess Sophie Grimaldi of Monaco.
Ah, yes. Blair's future mother-in-law. There's no surprise she went for a prince. Marie Antoinette was one of her favorite roles to play. Of course, I was always eating her cake.
How dare you? And you are?
I'm Chuck Bass, the love of her life. Anyone else is just a waste of time.
Chuck, go home.
Match, Blair. You proved you can score a prince. Okay, I admit you made me jealous. Well, let's go back to my place so you can collect your prize.
Stop this. You're embarrassing me.
What? It's not me who's disrespecting these fine people. It's you. Pretending you're going to marry this French phony. It's a joke.
Chuck, no one's laughing. Don't do this.
Here.
Stop it. This is enough. No, stop.
Sécurité!
Chuck, go home. This is enough.
I'm not going anywhere without you. Tell your prince where your heart truly lies. And tell him. Tell me. Sir.
Your Royal Highness, I'm so ashamed and sorry if my friends and I have caused any trouble. Sorry.
In all my years of public humiliation, which, let's face it, are many, that was the absolute worst.
Well, maybe Louis will come around.
Perhaps. But his mother never will. And who can blame her? I should have known my past with Chuck would come back to haunt me.
You're probably gonna hate me for saying this, but as drunk and inappropriate as Chuck was, I still felt a little bad for him.
What? Why?
I don't know. I guess I just always thought your prince was right here with his empire in Manhattan.
Wait. After what you witnessed tonight, you're taking his side?
No,
And don't think I don't know it was you that sent Princess Sophie that scrapbook from Gossip Girl. I assumed it was payback for Dan, but maybe you were defending Chuck too.
Blair, I feel awful.
Louis made me happy. Happy. Do you know the last time I felt joy? Chuck had brought me into his darkness for so long, I'd forgotten what that felt like. And with all your Dan issues, it's obvious you think your romantic fate was sealed in the 11th grade, but I'm growing up. I wanted something different. I wanted Louis.
Be angry with me.
Angry with you?
I'll just leave the two of you alone.
What are you doing here?
Trust me, the last thing I wanted to do was show up today, but even your own mother seems to think we need to talk.
Well, what I need is for you to...
Don't marry him.
Chuck.
Don't marry him.
All those people out there are waiting for me.
Yes, they are. But they also want you to be happy, which you're not going to be if you go through with this. Tell me I'm wrong and I'll leave. You can't. Because it should be us up there and you know it.
It isn't that simple.
It's only that simple. You told me you loved me. I know it was true.
It is. Of course I love you, Chuck. I've always loved you. I love you more and more every day, if it's even possible to love someone that much.
Get out of here with me right now. We can go anywhere just as long as we're together.
I know you can't understand. And I don't expect you to. But even if I weren't with Louis, I couldn't be with you. Just know that not living with you is the hardest thing I've ever done. But at least I have someone who loves me by my side. You should find someone who loves you too.
I have. She's standing right in front of me.
I know it sounds crazy, but I really am doing this for you.
Hey, B, the photographer's ready.
It's okay, yes. Chuck was just coming to give me his blessing, right?
That was so touching. Really. If I ever cried, I'd be moved to tears. The best part is, I got it all for posterity. Now, I can't help but wonder, what would Louis think if he heard how Blair felt about you?
Oh, good. We found you.
Don't worry. I was just leaving. I just needed to leave my gift first. Bye.
What is going on? It's time.
Bea, are you sure you feel right about all this? Because I am totally prepared to make a run for it with you, if that's what you want.
I've made peace with my decision, and so should everyone else.
Okay, if that's how you really feel.
It is.
I know you think you can't be with Chuck because of the pact you made with God, but maybe the pact is just an excuse you're using to protect yourself from the messiness and uncertainty of a life with the man you really love.
I'll grow into loving Louis. I'm sure of it, and he'll never hurt me.
You won't have to. You're hurting yourself enough by marrying him. Bea, no matter what's happened between you and Chuck, the two of you have always been connected. Everything that you've gone through keeps leading you back to each other, just like it does Dan and me. And I know that it scares you, and I know that it's a risk, but don't enter into a false life just because you're afraid to face your real one.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
No, it's okay. I understand why you brought Chuck. But despite everyone's protestations, I'm going through with this.
Time moves slow. Time moves.
If no one else is going to say it, I guess I have to. The person who should be objecting isn't Chuck Bass, but the bride herself. Don't believe me? Watch this.
Of course I love you, Chuck. I've always loved you. I love you more and more every day, if it's even possible to love someone that much.
Told you my first post was worth waiting for. Now what will my next one be?